Hello, hello. Yukihira Soma, welcome. Diedrich, hello. Come on. Hello, hello. We should be getting started here in just a moment. Just a moment, friends. Just waiting for the pre-roll ad to end. I wish there was a way to turn that off completely. But well, ads in general. Can I get out? Ah. Finish. Welcome in, everybody. Oh, everybody popped in like right at the start. Hello. Oh, why can you see my... Shouldn't be able to see my... I can't see my start menu. Let me get rid of that. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Toolbar settings. Okay. All right. So we're playing some, I can't see chat now. There we go. You know what? We're just going to start the music now so we don't have to do it later. All right, now I think we're ready to start. Why so serious? So I hit every button except the button that does the thing. There we go. Every single one. Thank you for the reminder to smile. I had an interesting day at work today, so I needed a reminder. Needed a reminder to smile because, yeah, I was actually had a lot of stuff break today. Like so much stuff broke at the same time. It was crazy. And then we had, yeah, it was just nuts. But we got it all fixed. I was able to get out of work mostly on time, so that was good. But it's like, yeah, it was just, I was running around all day, and I had a doctor's appointment, and I was getting my flu shot. And because of all the stuff that happened, I was late to my appointment. So I was sitting around the doctor's office extra long, and then the flu shot took forever. And then I got back to work, and just everything was broken when I got back. So thank you for the reminder to smile. I appreciate it. Let me put my hat back on. There we go. Didn't even mean to take it off. Hello, hello. Yes, there's the Discord. Thank you for that. Yeah. We still need to finish watching Pirates of the Caribbean 5. And I hope to do that soon. There's a new adventure coming out for Sea of Thieves. We just finished the Sea of Thieves Herald of the Flame, and if anyone wants to run that with me, if anyone who hasn't run that and wants to run it, just hit me up. Yeah. Why is my model not... Low model? There we go. But yeah, anyone who wants to run the Herald of the Flame, I think it ends on the 27th, I think, something like that. I'm not sure exactly. It's soon. Then it's going to be gone. And they're going to come out with a new adventure the following week after they drop the Herald of the Flame. A continuation of the Herald of the Flame, I think. So, yeah, anybody interested in running that, let me know. Hit me up. But tonight we're playing Coldwaters. Yes. Coldwaters is a game I love. It's submarine simulator, and we're playing the dot mod right now. So it adds some extensibility. The game itself is pretty basic. It's a really good simulator, real in-depth simulation. But a lot of the simulation, a lot of the things they're simulating are under the hood. You don't actually see it. Yeah. So the dot mod actually adds a lot of extensibility to this. So let's get started. Let's look at our orders. I don't know what we're doing exactly. I'm actually going to turn the difficulty down a little bit because I've been getting my butt kicked we're in the Russian 1984 campaign. So we have 1984 tech. I'm sorry, Soviet 1984 campaign. And Soviet and American tech there was some pretty close parity. At least on paper there was. At least on paper. I don't, we never, thankfully, never went to war to find out. But yeah, this campaign is hard. And I've been getting my butt kicked. So I kind of want to chill a little bit. So we're going to turn down the difficulty a little skosh. Forgive me for that. Let's see our orders here. We are the USS Augusta, SSS 710. We are a Flight 2 Los Angeles class submarine. So this would have been this is the kind of submarine we are. But this is a Flight 1, I think. Or maybe this isn't even a Los Angeles class. I can't tell. But we're a Flight 1 or Flight 2 Los Angeles class submarine. No. Actually, I think we are a Flight 1. We'll have to say. I'm not sure. But at any rate, Los Angeles class Cold War tech, one of the the height of U.S. submarines during the Cold War. Yeah, we built a lot of these subs, like 50 or something like that, or 40. I don't know, a lot of them. Satellite photos indicate a large number of Soviet submarines are preparing to get underway. They likely attempt to break out into the North Atlantic through the Greenland UK gap, the GIUK. That's the Greenland Iceland UK gap. You must eliminate them. You must eliminate as many of them as possible. Patrol Green 013, that's our box. Between the Faroe Islands and the North Sea, sink all hostile submarines encountered. Yeah, let's go. One thing that this mod does is it adds crew experience. The longer your crew's alive, the better they get at loading weapons, identifying targets, getting the bearing and range initially correct. So yeah. I think we're already in Green 13. We have Mark 48 Mod 6 weapons. 14 of those in our stores. We have 1 Moss in our store, 6 Harpoon missiles, and that's it. How many decoys do we have? I don't know how many decoys we have. It doesn't show it here. I have to wait till we get to the next scene. All right, so we're already in Green 13. We're waiting for one of these submarines. I don't know which one it is. Maybe this one. We hit one of them. All right. We have a new sonar contact, Bears 42. So new sonar contact, we are on 118. So Bears 42 will be kind of to our left a little bit. In front of us and to the left. We're going 5 knots. There's a thermal layer at 224 feet. Okay. Let's close to 20,000 yards. And let's do it. We're going to pause immediately though, so we can lower our difficulty. Difficulty, because I just want to kind of game a little bit. I want to game a little bit. Wait, what were we at? We're at realistic, casual, easy. Yeah, we'll go to casual. Be filthy casuals. All right. So we have a thermal layer at 224. I'm sorry. They were at 42, so they were somewhere over here. Let's come up and yeah, it's a submarine, so we're just gonna see what's on the surface. We're gonna put the radar mast up. Ordinarily wouldn't do this. We picked up Master 4 down here at 220, and it's a fishing trawler. Looks like a UK flagged fishing trawler. And we have still 3 unknown contacts, Sierra 2, Sierra 3, Sierra 1. So let's come down to 200 feet. Go ultra quiet. We'll quiet down our ship a little bit, make it easier for us to hear and make it harder for them to hear us. And does the game sound, is the game sound on stream good? Hello, Mian. Hello, hello. How are you doing this evening? Breathe, Ghost, breathe. Can Ghost breathe underwater? I'm gonna make some noise. Hold on. Do we have game sound? I don't think we do. Hold on 1 second, friendos. I hear the jazz, but not the game. Okay. I'm chilling. How's it going? It's going well. It's going well. Let me do this. Sorry. This. Okay. Bring back game. Bring back stream. Yeah. And survey says still no game sound, huh? Wait, no, there's some game sound.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, we can hear it. Good. Good.
Con, dive at 200
Scooter.
feet, dive I.
Tim. Hello. Everybody's coming out early today. That's lovely. Lovely to see you all. We're doing good. We're chilling on some Coldwaters. Love this game. We're hunting some Soviet submarines. Grog males. Let's go. Yeah, we're doing good. Had a bit of a day at work today, but busy day, so it was good. Coldwaters, what was I saying? Oh, we're doing the Soviet campaign. 1984, the Cold War went hot. So we're hunting some Soviet subs right now. Is this in-game music? No. This is a cover from Sea of Thieves, actually. It's a Sea of Thieves themed song about the pirate grog males. Actually, a lot of the music in this game is original. Both YouTube and Twitch hate it. Like I get copyright stricken for the in-game music constantly, even though it's original music. Yeah. YouTube especially. Twitch isn't too bad. But YouTube is weird. I haven't actually had any copyright strikes from YouTube in like a month and a half. I used to have like one out of every 3 videos, even if I didn't play copyrighted music. But yes, we are a Los Angeles class. We are a Flight 1, actually. I thought we were Flight 2. We're Flight 1, Los Angeles class. Beautiful submarine. I love the look of these submarines with the with these sails up here. The sail planes. So this structure is called the sail. And these planes are sailplanes. A lot of newer submarines do not have these on the sail any longer. They've moved them to fairwater planes on the front of the ship. But I just love this silhouette. I love this classic silhouette. Ooh, a Clefairy appeared. So yeah, right now we are deploying our towed array, which is this long spaghetti string coming off the back of our sub. What this is there's a series of hydrophones in it. You can see them way back here. Let's see if we can see them. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, right here where it gets extra thick. This is where a long series of hydrophones are stored. And it gives us a really good array far away from our ship, so we're not making a lot of noise that it's picking up. And it gives us a big array to listen and to hopefully find some of these submarines. So we have 3 unknown contacts down here. Probably our subs. What we're going to do is we're going to turn and we're going to see if we can pick these guys up.
205 helm I.
I'm going to do a pretty sharp turn here, actually. 230.
Come right to 230 helm I.
Let me know if the music is too loud, by the way, or if anything is not right. My levels aren't right. I'm too soft. I'm too loud. Next year, I'm definitely going to invest in a new microphone. I'm using Yeti Blue right now. Will do. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to retire the Yeti Blue. We're going to retire the Yeti Blue, and we're going to get something new next year. I'm also going to commission some more art next year, I think. Right now, I have 2 colors. I want to actually get some. I want to get some more uniforms. I want to get this. My uniform is based off of the White Star uniform. I want to get some of the other uniforms they had, but I think I'm going to take a little bit more liberties with them. So I want to get a dress uniform, a dress white, and I want to get the summer uniform called the Tropics uniform. It was also a white uniform, but a lot different. Need to get my fit updated. Maybe get the Tropics uniform in time for summer. Yeah, we're swinging it around. Oh, we're almost all the way around. Let's go. So this game does not model the sonar array being unstabilized. So right now the sonar array is, well, it's still stabilized, but we're driving back into it. So once we get into this turn, it's going to be basically useless. The game doesn't model that at all. It basically models it like it's straight all the time, which is not how it works. At least not in the 80s. Now with computers, computer-aided, I'm guessing that even when the sonar array is unstable, they can get some good data off of it. But back in the 80s, they probably couldn't get very much good data when it was unstabilized. All right, we only have 1 weapon loaded. But let's get these identified before we load weapons. Oh, I'm still blue. Abadi abadai. Here we go. When I heard Sephiroth. Yes, I love this. Played the original Final Fantasy VII on PS1 when I was a wee baby Timma. Actually, I didn't own a PS1. My friends weren't, or my parents weren't big on gaming, so I got to play a lot of it with a friend on his PS1. Same, let's go. Yeah, my parents were not big on video games, so they only bought me old consoles. So they bought me, I only had a regular original Nintendo for the longest time, when all my friends had so I had cousins who had a Genesis, and another cousin who had the Super Nintendo. But by then already the N64 and PlayStation 1 was out. So I was like playing Nintendo and everybody else had like PlayStations. Yeah. My cousins didn't always have the newer stuff either, but they had newer stuff than me. So I wasn't a big gamer growing up because I had the old console. No one wanted to play with me, right? No one wanted to play Nintendo, like impossibly hard Nintendo games. So yeah, wasn't a huge gamer, but that's okay. That's okay. My parents didn't have a lot of cash for games and stuff. Did I fight Sephiroth? I did, yeah, yeah. So my buddy got, like, he unlocked everything. He unlocked everything. When I played it, I didn't unlock, like, Knights of the Round. I only got to maybe, like, level 60. He got all the characters, like, up to level 99 and all the materia and all the various summons. So, yeah, I got to see him fight Sephiroth and just absolutely body Sephiroth.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is classified as biologic.
Oh, Sierra 3 is classified as a biologic. Uh-oh. Are these all whales? Hold on, let's get below the layer. Let's come down to 350 feet.
Make depth 350 feet. Dive high.
In fact, we're gonna do this a little quicker. We're gonna come up to 8 knots.
Make turns for 8 knots. Maneuver.
But yeah, I did fight Sephiroth. Used Bahamut Zero quite a bit. I love that summon. Bahamut Zero is one of my favorite summons.
Lost contact. Master 4. Last bearing 225. Contact faded.
So we're going below this thermocline layer here. So this is there's weather in the ocean under the water. So basically, you know, there's going to be different pressures and the surface of the water is going to get heated up. And it's going to be different temperature. The temperature is going to change very rapidly as you get down beneath the surface. So you're going to have boundary layers, just like you have in the atmosphere. So this thermocline layer, it creates a sound duct, creates a sound channel where sound can get trapped in the top of the thermocline layer and also in the bottom. Some sound will get through, but it may not be enough sound for us to detect, even though it's very quiet. So it's only 79 decibels ambient noise, so it's very quiet right now.
Dive at 350 feet. Dive high.
So when we went below the layer, we lost this trawler that we saw earlier because it's above the layer and it's pretty far away. I mean, it's like, I don't think it was 30,000 yards. I think it was closer to like 20,000 yards. Let's go ahead and go ultra quiet. Extra quiet. Yes, if you're not prepared enough for Sephiroth, you can definitely get bodied by him. I played a lot of Final Fantasy Tactics as well.
Sonar new contact bearing.
Oh,
173.
hello.
Designated Sierra 5.
Got a new contact, Sierra 5 right here. Further than we thought, apparently. 13,000 yards, bearing 172. But yeah, I played a lot of Final Fantasy Tactics. I loved Tactics. It was one of my favorite games. And was it? I think it was Velius. I think it was Velius. Honestly, it was the Sephiroth of that game for me. Which he comes like midway through the game, and if you are not ready for Velius, he absolutely will blow your back out. I love that this music for you descending. Yes, as we're going deeper into the depths. Definitely. All right, let's what are these things? Are these whales? Sonar, can you identify them? Yeah, that's a whale. That's definitely a whale. I can already just tell because I've seen this manually. Identify. Go.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as.
Dang it, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Well, we know that this is a... What is this in it? Is this an Akula? Or a Victor? I can't tell just by looking at it. Alpha.
Con sonar Sierra 1.
Very dangerous submarine.
As submerged submarine.
Very, very dangerous submarine. We're going to do this so we don't accidentally Do that again. Victor 2 maybe.
Sonar Sierra 5 is classified as
That's
submerged
definitely a whale.
submarine.
Several. Yes. Yeah. So we got a humpback whale out here, and he's got a little friend. He's got another friend out here. We got some humpbacks. The one thing about this game I don't like is you can actually hit the whales with torpedoes, which if you like physically ran a torpedo into a whale, yeah, you could hit it, but the torpedo wouldn't go off. In this game, the torpedoes do hit the whales and they do go off, and it's annoying because they're magnetically detonated. The torpedoes would not hit a whale and detonate. And it's unlikely that you'd be able to even hit one with a torpedo, like direct impact. So let's get some weapons loaded. While doing that, we're gonna go to course 200.
Come left to 200. Helm I.
Can the Alpha hear us? Alpha cannot hear us. Victor cannot hear us. So what I'm looking at is these numbers down here. When they're in the negative, they cannot hear us. Unless they get like -1, then maybe they can hear us. At 0, they can kind of hear us. So right now they're very negative, except for the active is positive. For the Alpha, he'd have to use his active sonar, and he's probably not going to do that until he's got a good reason to. Active makes you very, very visible, essentially. Submarines do not use a lot of active sonar unless they have a really good need to. So we are going to secure from ultra quiet. This number is going to go up when we do that. So we're at -13. It's at -7. So it's still fine.
Con, helm, steady course.
Load our tubes, get some torpedoes loaded. We'll load all of them. So these are Mark 48 ad caps. Big old chonkers of torpedoes. They're shot out of our torpedo tubes. On this model, you can see there's two tubes per side on the Los Angeles class. There's one right there, and there's one right there. So the torpedo room is here. We have stowage for 28 weapons in our torpedo room. And these weapons are big. These are 533 millimeters in diameter. So so they're thank you for the heartbeat. Yes. Spooky. They're 533 millimeters in diameter.
Con, torpedo tube 1 ready.
And about 7 meters, 21 feet in length. So they're big. They're gigantic. They weigh about 3,500 pounds. So that's like 1.5 sedans. So they're big weapons. They're very fast. The published speed is 55 knots, but they can go much faster. I think it's closer to 65 or even 70 knots. Probably around 65 knots. So by perspective, we can only go about 33 knots. These have a range of around, I think, 40,000 yards, 40,000 meters. Interchange those pretty much. Oh no, so in the game they have a range out to 55,000 yards. So they can go 55,000 yards at 55 knots, and then they'll speed up when they're activated, which will reduce their range. They're thermal torpedoes, so they actually are fueled by a chemical reaction.
Con, torpedo
So they have they have 2 propellers on the back of them that counter spin. Each one spins clockwise, one spins counterclockwise. And that propeller is mechanically driven by a piston engine inside the torpedo that's fueled by a fuel called autofuel 2. Autofuel 2 is a mono fuel, so it's pre-oxidized. It does not require an external oxidizer. So the piston will burn this fuel. It'll drive the motor. It'll also power the electronics in the weapon. It has its own sonar system. It has its own targeting system. In this game, they don't give you a lot of options to how to model the targeting, but you can tell it to say, you can go to our alpha and say, I want you to attack a submarine. A submarine with how many blades does this thing have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can say attack a 5-bladed submarine, and its sonar system will not attack any other target, so it's not going to go after these whales for sure. And it's not going to go after the trawler, which I think is probably a 3-bladed ship, and also not a submarine, so it's not going to go after it. But you can tell it very specific things. You can tell it to only engage, let's say, only engage targets in this sphere, in the sphere that this alpha could travel in before it runs out of fuel. Or you can tell it, yeah, there's another 5-bladed submarine. So both of these are 5-bladed submarines. So you can give it that much information, so it's not going to accidentally hit something you don't want it to hit. Very smart weapon, but also it's got a long fiber optic cable, or copper. The older ones are copper cables. The newer ones are fiber optic cables that would spool from the torpedo, but we also have wire in the torpedo tube. So it's spooled both directions. So we have thousands and thousands of yards of cable that we can control the weapon, reprogram the weapon, retask the weapon, or just remotely control the weapon, as long as that cable's attached. And if the cable gets detached, it'll just revert to the logic, the programming we already gave it. Yeah, very, very powerful weapon. Very smart. We actually shoot these weapons all the time. Every submarine has a war shot loaded, so it's got at least one weapon loaded that's a war shot, and the war shots have been fired before. They've all been fired before. The plumbing, they know the plumbing's going to work. They know the sensors work, and basically they shoot these in ranges in the Atlantic and the Pacific. And there's submarine tenders that go out after they shoot them. They shoot them in shallow enough water that they can go and they can pick these weapons up off the ocean floor, send them back to the factory, refurbish them, and then reload them as war shots. So these are very, very reliable. Very reliable weapons. We know they work because we test them. All right, so all of our tubes are loaded. We're gonna go back ultra quiet. We're 11,000 yards away. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back above the layer here, and we're gonna speed up and drive ourselves into the baffles, we're gonna drive ourselves behind these ships, so hopefully they can't hear us shoot them. Though they are doing the circle pattern, right? So they're circling each other, so they're covering each other, so we actually won't be able to do that. No, I think about it. So actually, we're just gonna shoot. We're gonna get above this layer and we're gonna shoot. We're gonna shoot Alpha. We're gonna shoot Victor. We don't know exactly where Victor is, but that's okay. We'll get a better resolution shortly. So we're gonna get above the layer. We're gonna retract our towed array. Retract our towed array. But why are we turning? No, that's fine. That's fine. We'll turn a little bit more. Yep, 225. We'll stay at this course. Okay, start. Let's go. Okay, we are at our depth. Our array is retracted. Let's fire.
Con, dive at 200 feet, dive high.
I fired 2 tubes here. We'll enable this weapon at 10,000 yards on this bearing.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
And we'll shoot this weapon, enable it at 10,000 yards on this bearing.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Right. These weapons will swim out. We're going to go ahead and start moving away. Wait, what's our... Okay, so come up to 10 knots.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
We can no longer hear them. We're going to put on the left rudder a little bit more, just so we can get away from where we launched our weapons. They don't know exactly where we are. So what they're going to do is if they once they hear these weapons, they're going to shoot back at where these weapons came from. So we want to make sure we're sufficiently far enough away that we can evade any weapons they shoot at us. Zoom, zoom. Yes, the torpedoes are zooming with that golden... that golden wind, yes. Zoom into JoJo's. So yeah, these are swimming out. They got 2 counter-turning propellers in them, driving them. And yeah, they're just going to go out and do their thing. Very powerful sensor in the front. You can see out several thousand meters in front of it in a cone, pretty wide cone. So the cone, the sonar is electrically steered, so it could actually fire a sonar beam in multiple directions. They have an inertial guidance system in them, so they know where they were launched from, and they know how far they've gone and what bearing they've gone, so they can approximate their own where they actually are in the ocean. Torpedo knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. Very, very, very smart weapons. We'll keep driving away for a little bit. Let these weapons get out. Because, yeah, they're going to shoot back to here. Unless they hear us first. So we want to make sure we're a good ways away from that location. Because any weapons they shoot at here will also have a pretty wide field of view. So even if we're here, they shoot back at that location, it's still going to... the torpedoes are still going to see us. So what we can do is once we get out far enough, once we get out a ways, or once they counterfire on us, we can drop down below the layer. Because they're going to start evading these weapons. All right. Have a good evening, or, you know, whatever time it is for you. Thanks for hopping in. Thanks for hopping in. I'm glad I can provide some good vibes. I'm glad. Tomorrow, friends, I think we'll be playing Gotham Knights. And Saturday. I don't know exactly when I can download it and install it, so after stream, I'm gonna see if I can pre-install it, or maybe tomorrow morning. See you in the next one. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be same start time tomorrow. On Saturday, we're gonna start at 10 a.m. my time, so it's 10 a.m. UTC -5. It should be a fun one. Yeah. So looking forward to this game for a while. Yes, thank you for stopping in. Thank you everybody for stopping in. And yeah, and anybody who oh, they just went active on us. So
Con sonar regained contact on.
yeah, someone activated went active sonar.
158.
Yeah, so the Alpha went active. Let's change our weapon there. So they heard the torpedo. So he went active to trying to find out who's shooting torpedoes at him. He cannot hear us. He's minus 50 down here on the active, so he's running. We're gonna go ahead and activate our weapon. That's for him. That'll speed up the weapon. It'll greatly reduce the runtime though. But the alpha is very fast, so we need to catch it. We need to catch it. We're also going to go ahead and drop down below the layer again.
Make depth 350 feet. Dive high.
Slow down a little bit. We don't want to break our wire.
Make turn.
So the wires are kind of fragile.
Maneuvering eye.
Yeah, he counterfired. So we have 2 torpedoes
Con
heading
maneuvering,
towards
making
us.
turns for 8 knots.
Let's go ahead and steer our weapon. So we have a, we can control our weapons. We can steer them. Womp, womp. With a wire, the wire's still attached. We're gonna go ahead and go ultra quiet. See if we can pick up Victor as well. And we're gonna send CR2 active because we don't have Victor yet.
Con sonar regained contact
Victor?
on Sierra 5, bearing 181.
So it's showing him here, but we know he's not there. Or we're pretty sure he's not there at least. He's further away. So this this plot will update. We have a 21% solution on him. So as the solution improves, we'll get a better location of where they are. So I'm going to keep driving the weapon. And Victor's deep, so we're going to send the weapon deep as well. So what I'm doing is I'm just driving this weapon down to Victor's depth. And we'll drive it on course. Victor. And look at the depth of Alpha. Alpha is also deep. This weapon is shallow, so we'll drive this weapon deep as well. I'm looking at the bottom right hand side. So I can drive the weapon on depth of Alpha. And we just keep adjusting and updating the weapon's course. Okay, we have a weapon 7,000 yards. It's active. We're going to go ahead and speed way up.
Make turns for
We're going to go to head standard.
5 knots.
15 knots and keep driving away from these weapons that they shot at us. Alright.
Con sonar Sierra. Con maneuvering, making turns for 15 knots.
Con fire control.
Alpha's gone shallow. Victor's also going shallow, but our
Noisemaker bearing
weapons have acquired them.
183.
So the Victor dropped a
Con sonar
noisemaker.
bearing
Our torpedo is doing a,
181.
it's basically clearing out its sensors, it's looking away from it, and then turning back in to basically stop picking up all that noise from that noisemaker.
Con sonar Sierra 5 is classified as submerged submarine.
Go off,
Con fire control. Weapon acquired.
go passive and go active again.
Con sonar lost contact.
I wasn't controlling it there. I just did a quick turn away, and then I let the weapon take control. So that's how good the weapons are. Let's go back over to our other weapon. There we go.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 147.
Right. So weapon is countermeasure homing. Looks like they might have still had the wire because this weapon is not where it should be. So it looks like they were steering their weapon still. We might have to avoid this weapon here.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
But we need to keep the wire because he's very fast. Their weapons are very, very dangerous. So if they lock us up, we're kind of in trouble.
Sonar, noisemaker bearing 1,
We're gonna
4, 4.
steer this weapon away. Let it hopefully reacquire. Does not reacquire. Do another maneuver here. Reacquire. Come on.
Con, fire
There we
control,
go.
weapon acquired.
Activate the weapons. Sonar.
Con,
Got
sonar,
it.
lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 1, 4, 3, contact. Make turns for 3, 3. Con,
Hey,
sonar, we are
Zeros. Hello. Hello, hello. All right, so we got two submarines. We got the Alpha and the Victor. We're evading their counterfire. So let's go deep to get away from that torpedo. Let's go down to 950 feet.
Make depth 950 feet, dive high.
Con, sonar, no longer cavitating.
3 zeros. How are you doing? How are you doing? Hope you're well, my friend. So I think we're pretty safe from this weapon. I think we're pretty safe from it. We're way over here. It's looking off here in the distance. I think we're safe. We do have to get out of its range though. Before we can leave combat. Back to some cold waters tonight, ReZeros. And all, we're back to cold waters for a little bit. Tomorrow, hopefully, we're going to be doing
3 knots.
Gotham Knights. I'm hoping that is going to be a good game. I really love the Arkham series.
At 95.
Come left to 205.
Coldy waters, yes. These waters a little bit chilly. Today was not chilly. We have this fall fluctuation thing going.
Con, helm, steady.
Fall in my state, it goes like we had a freeze where it got down to like 28 a couple days ago, and now today was like almost 80 degrees. So yeah, fall can be very unpredictable. It's quite warm in my computer room right now in my office. Comes out tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know if it's a midnight release, or if it's, yeah, I'm not sure when it actually releases, but we'll be, if it's available, if I can install it, we'll be playing it tomorrow and Saturday for sure. If for whatever reason we can't play it tomorrow, if it's the servers are down or whatever, we'll play it on Saturday for sure. Yeah, we'll play some Phasmophobia or something else if we can't play it tomorrow. The Borderland. Oh, there's a new Borderland Telltale. Yeah, I don't know if that was you I know you mentioned it. But yeah, it's in that'll definitely be in the list. That'll be in the list for sure.
Last bearing 1,
Was you? Okay.
1, 9. Contact faded.
Yeah, we'll be playing Borderlands Telltale. Maybe we'll do that next. So this weekend we'll be doing the Gotham Knights, unless it's just completely bombs or something like that. Next week we'll be doing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. So we might return back to a Saturday Telltale the following week. We'll probably finish up Batman first, and then we'll start diving into some of the other ones. Yeah. let's finish this engagement up. We'll compress a little bit of time. We got to get away from these weapons. I don't know if we're far. No, we're not far enough away. We go. They ran out of fuel. Self-destructed. All right, we got Alpha and Victor 1. Was that our mission? Oh, that was not our mission. Oh no. Oh no. So that's our mission. Yeah, we got it. We have a new, so our orders, what are our orders? Soviet submarines preparing to get underway, break out into the North Atlantic. So it's just any kind of submarine in our zone, which is green 13. New sonar contact bears 339 Sierra 1. Weak surface duct at 104 feet. Bad. We're below the layer right now, so we're going to close. We're going to stay out far. No, we're going to close. We're going to close to 20,000. We're going 10 knots, so we're going a little fast. But we'll put on the brakes.
On sonar, new contact.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Okay, so they're behind us. That's not good.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 0, 1, 5. Designated Sierra 2. Con sonar, new contact bearing 3, 5, 9. Designated Sierra 3.
I'm going to go ahead and deploy our towed array.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 0, 2, 0. Designated Sierra 4.
But yes, I have been very much enjoying the Telltale games. Batman is not as... I love DC, I love Batman. I do love the story. I love the story. But it's not been as impactful. Man, I'll tell you what. The Walking Dead was... It hit. It hit. There's a lot of feels in that one, for sure. I think part of the problem too with Batman is like you know, we know Harvey Dent's gonna become Two-Face, right? It's a world that when you have these known characters. Now I don't know a lot about Borderland. I did play most of Borderland 1 and some of Borderlands 2. Not a lot of Borderlands 2. So I don't know a lot about the Borderland universe. So that, for me, is going to be new, for sure. I don't know if it focuses on the characters of the game, but I don't know a lot about the Borderlands universe. So, yeah, it'll be pretty new for me, which will be nice, because that's how The Walking Dead was. I was completely blindsided by everything. Sierra 1 is cavitating. Sierra 1 has gone active. Shoot Sierra 1. Activate at 3005. Standard, let's get deep. So they shot at us. They shot this cap torp at us. Or this sub rock.
Con sonar.
Passing 200 feet.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Let's come up to flank.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Passing 300 feet.
So this is a submarine launched torpedo. It's a missile
400 feet.
that has a torpedo on it, so it can close this distance very quickly.
Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 3, 4, 5.
Okay, this torpedo has us.
Con fire. Passing 800 feet.
Let's put a knuckle in the water.
Sonar, Sierra.
Passing 900 feet. Passing 1,000 feet.
Let's get some tubes loaded.
Passing a
Con sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 0, 0, 5.
We'll rise.
passing 1,300 feet. Passing 1,300 feet.
Oh, that didn't fool it at all.
Passing 1,200
Okay.
1,100 feet.
Knuckle.
Con, knuckle formed.
Uh-oh. This torpedo is smart. Uh-oh.
Passing 900 feet.
Okay.
Passing 800 feet.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Passing 700 feet. Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar, we are cavitating. Con sonar.
Another knuckle.
Sierra. Con maneuver.
Passing 400 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing 300 feet.
What's going on with this torpedo? It won't be evaded. Knuckle. Give me a knuckle.
Con, knuckle formed.
There we go. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm reversing my rudder to basically, it puts a knuckle in the water, which is basically a loud pop. It creates a void in the water. And that void
Con sonar, no longer cavitating. Come left 2.
is
4, 9, helm I.
Passing 800 feet. Passing 900 feet. Passing
that void gets
1,000 feet.
basically causes the water to flash evaporate
1,100 feet. Passing 1,200 feet.
Con
into a void of steam,
1,500 feet.
which basically reflects the torpedo sonar system back at it. It creates a big old illusion on the sonar
Passing 1,200 feet.
of the torpedo.
Passing 1,100 feet. Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 900 feet.
Please don't see me.
Passing 800.
So what I'm trying to do is change depth
Con.
so much that it can't see me anymore.
Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
So this torpedo might see us. No, it does not. Okay.
Passing 300
Wait,
feet.
does it? Yes, it does. It found us. Man, these torpedoes are something else. Let's get the rest of our tubes loaded. So we can't shoot. So we have Sierra 1, we have the Victor, but we can't shoot because we're going too fast. These torpedoes have to be pushed out of our torpedo tubes. And they have to be pushed out fast enough that we don't run into the back of them. Well, first of all, we don't have enough pressure to overcome the amount of pressure from going 33 knots to push it out of our torpedo tubes. So if we try to launch it, it's just going to get stuck in the tube. Let's get a little shallower.
Passing 200 feet.
Okay. We're just running.
Con, torpedo room.
Just trying to run this thing out of fuel.
Passing 100 feet.
These are smaller than the torpedoes we shoot. So our torpedoes are
Con
533 centimeters
Contact on Sierra 2.
by 7 meters. These are much smaller. These are only 533 centimeters, 533 millimeters. So these are 40 centimeter torpedoes. So they're much smaller, a lot less fuel. I think these actually are battery powered, not chemically powered. They're also much slower, as you can see. We're able to outrun them a lot more effectively.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Passing 100 feet.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing.
Passing 200 feet. Passing 300 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing 500 feet. Passing 600.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Passing 700 feet. Passing 800 feet.
Oh man.
Passing 900 feet.
Oh man.
1,000 feet.
Oh, he's out for blood.
1,100 feet. Passing 1,200 feet.
Reverse the rudder, please.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing 1,400 feet.
Con sonar regained contact.
Passing 1,500 feet.
Oh gosh. Oh, they got us. Oh man, they got us. Rip submarine. Tragic. That torpedo was out for blood. There's no abandoning. We're too deep. USS Augusta, SSN 710, lost with all hands, sunk by implosion. Very sad, yeah. All hands. There's no surviving that. We're way too deep. This campaign is very hard. I even turned the difficulty down because this campaign is rough. Iron Curtain draws over Europe. Hundreds of thousands of refugees flee towards the English Channel as the red stain of communism finally dominates the continent. In occupied Europe, it's rumored that many from the middle class and academia are being sent to re-education camps in increasing numbers. The Soviet occupying forces clamped down further security in response to what they claim are actions of subversion by capitalist class enemies. Oh no. Oh no. That was critical. We got some probably T-72s covered in ERA. We're 2 days at war and we sunk. We sunk 3 submarines though. 3 submarines for 1. Not great because the Soviet Navy had a lot of submarines. The Soviet Navy was very, very, very well supplied with submarines. Okay, I guess we let them go. No, we don't let them go. We're gonna try again. All right, this time we're at 20 knots. We're gonna stay well out of the range. We're gonna load all of our tubes here. Stay well far away. 286. Where are we? We're at 354. So they're gonna be to our left somewhere.
On sonar, lost con.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
All right, let's get them this time. Let's get them.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 284. Designated Sierra 1.
Sierra 1, we're gonna figure this out on our own.
Sonar, new contact bearing 310. Designated Sierra 2.
Is it a Charlie? We're gonna classify it as Charlie 1.
Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine. Con sonar, new contact bearing 281. Designated Sierra 3.
So in the bottom right, I'm manually classifying these rather than waiting for the game to classify them. It's gonna be a merchant trawler.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as merchant.
And classify that as Victor 3. I don't know if it's a Victor 3, or that's what we're gonna class it as. Okay, they're both right below the layer, so we're gonna hang out here. 600 feet. And we are going to just watch and see what they do here. See which way they're trying to figure out which way they're moving. So it looks like they're moving
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is cavitating.
sort of towards us. He's cavitating, so they're okay. So yeah, that does look like a Victor. A Charlie. Oh, that's not a Charlie. Hold on. Sierra 1 classifies as what? Charlie 2.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Let's turn 325.
Come left to 325, helm I.
This absolute unit. Look at all those blades. It's absolute unit, SSGN. So, guided missile submarines got these huge doors. And under these doors, they have massive anti-ship missiles. Carrier killer missiles. They were designed to kill carriers, but the Soviet Union was really good at, especially anti-ship missiles. They would fire a whole salvo at these at a carrier battle group, and they're big and fast. So they would fly out, and one of them would pop up and use its radar. They have their own radar, and they would be able to form their own little network. They all talk to each other. So they'd pop up out of the water. Most of them would skim down low. One of them would pop up and scan. They had a couple different modes. They can scan, they can home on the emissions from a fleet. So if they're using their radars, they could home in on those emissions, or they can use their own radar to find a fleet. They could also, I believe these had home on jam capabilities. So if the fleet starts sending out massive jamming, it would just go to the strongest jamming source and home on that, and then use its radar when it got close enough to identify the carrier. And it would relay information back to the other missiles. If the escort shot down the lead missile, then another one would pop up and take over its role. So they're very smart. They're very smart. All right, we got a good solution on Victor 3. I'm sorry. On Sierra 3, Victor 3. Getting a better 84% solution on Charlie. So let's turn again. How far are we? All right, 7,005, 9,005. We're not going to be able to get in the battles of both these, so we're going to shoot from here, actually. Let's turn to 015.
Come right to 015, helm I.
And we're going to shoot tubes 2 and tubes 4 once we get on course. Oh, arm sore. So I got the flu shot today. Got the flu shot. If you can, friends, you should get the flu shot. I'd recommend it. I've gotten the flu shot every year for the past, I don't even know how many years. Since I've been working, pretty much, I've always had to have the flu shot. Because the jobs I've had always required it. So I think once you start getting the flu shot regularly, that flu shot sickness, it really starts to go away. Like, I don't generally get any reaction from the flu shot except for a little bit of soreness. So yeah, my arm's a little bit sore. I just moved it and
Steady course.
got that. I need to also get my COVID booster. So they're asking us to because I work in a hospital. They're asking us to get reboosted. So that'll be, I had the original, and I've had, I think two boosters? I can't even remember at this point. So it'll be, I think, the third booster, I believe. That's okay. That's okay. I'm honestly a little bit dubious about how necessary it is, but you know, it's good. It's fun. All right, we're gonna shoot Victor 3. We're gonna shoot on this bearing. No, he's turning. Hold fire. Victor 3 is turning. Let's see what they're doing. He's speeding up. Oh, they've gotten deep. Operation Get Deep. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna retract the towed array. We're gonna go shallow. At the risk of being counter detected, we're gonna go shallow. Go above the layer and shoot.
Come left to 355. Helm I.
I'm gonna turn as well because it looks like they're turning. Maybe they're gonna turn completely away from us. Wouldn't that be something? Oh yeah, they're turning. They're gonna be parallel with the Charlie. So they were just doing like a baffle clear. They were just like listening. They turned to listen, to see what was behind him. He's got his towed array out. Let's go. Yeah, he was just doing a baffle clear. He was listening to see what was behind him. Look at this absolute unit of a submarine. This hatch up here is actually a weapons handling hatch, so they can load weapons directly into their torpedo room. On American submarines, we do that through this front hatch here. So they actually have to remove, so all the way at the top of the submarine, they have to remove the decks and actually lower the weapon all the way down through like 2 decks to get it down into the magazine. So it was a big ordeal to load the weapons on American submarines. Soviet submarines were designed to be reloaded very quickly because their task was to sprint out into the Barents and engage NATO, whereas American submarines were more along the lines of we have to cross the entire Atlantic Ocean to get to the Soviet Navy. All right, we're gonna go and shoot. We're in the blind spot of both of these submarines, so we're just gonna shoot. Shoot Victor run. We're gonna enable at 9,000 yards on this bearing.
Shoot tube 4.
We're gonna shoot Charlie. 2 Sierra 1. Range to enable 9,000 yards on this bearing.
Tube 2. Aye, sir.
We're gonna secure from ultra quiet, come up to standard,
Make turns for 10.
and we're gonna start coming shallow.
Maneuvering I. Con maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots.
Wait. Was that a glitch?
Passing 500 feet.
So what I want to do is I want to get above the layer here so that they can't hear us. So we're just going to mosey our way up.
Passing 400 feet. Passing 300 feet. Make depth 4.
Come all the way up to the surface.
Dive aye.
Con sonar.
7
Make
knots.
turns for 7 knots. Maneuvering I. Con maneuvering, making turns for 7 knots.
We're just going to look around and see if anyone else is around. Since we're this close to the surface. Take a quick peek. Let's slow down to 5 knots. Might as well go
Three
ultra
ships
quiet.
ultra quiet. Up scope.
Put up our radar. Take a quick sweep around. Okay. It's just a trawler.
Making turns
Just a trawler.
5.
Another British flag, UK flag, trawler. They're out here looking for fishies. It looks like they got some fishies. Looks like they got a pretty good haul. All right, let's get down back to, we're gonna go down to 200 feet.
200 feet, dive by.
And we're gonna come back up to 7 knots while we do that.
Make
8
turns
knots.
for 7. Make turns for 8 knots. Maneuvering
And then we'll speed back up again. We should be plenty far away from these guys. Not too much of a threat. And since we're going to keep our wires, I'm going to go ahead and disable active on these. We'll just use passive for now. What we'll do is we'll start walking away from our weapons, and we'll actually turn. We'll do a little turn here. Probably to course 305. Up to standard 10 knots, or 2/3. Sorry.
10 knots. Maneuvering eye.
On depth, we'll turn left 10 degrees, and we'll come to 305, so we don't open up too much distance.
200 feet, dive by.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 267.
All right, 320. I changed my mind. I'm gonna do 310. So we're gonna stay on this course because they're gonna shoot back at us this way. So I don't want to be too close to their counterfire. In fact, this is honestly a little too close for my comfort. Let's turn to 3-2. No, we'll stay this course. We're staying this course. Stay the course. Weapons are going to activate pretty soon. Means they're going to hear them. Let's activate these a little closer. Let's get this to... There we go. Punch these out a little bit further. As soon as they counterfire, we'll activate our weapons. At least one of them. Yeah, let's go. Animated series Batman. This is my jam. This is my jam. And when I was a wee baby Timma, I'd wake up to this. I'd wake up and I'd watch Batman. And this was the this was cartoons, my friend. This is cartoons, my friends. Charlie's gone active. Activate the weapon. So we can see that yellow band. That's them pinging. We'll go to Charlie and we can hear the pings. Hear that boom. Even though pings don't really sound like that anymore. Sonar pings are actually really complicated. They change pitch and frequency. Yeah, they're very, very complicated. They're not just these old World War II booms. Batman Beyond. I loved me some Batman Beyond. When I was but a wee baby, but a wee lad.
Con, 1 noisemaker bearing 254.
All right, Charlie 2, Operation. He's doing a wiggle, doing the old wiggle. Doesn't have much depth. 1,000 feet about. Just pinging away like crazy. You can turn off that that pinger, my friend. It's not helping you.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 2-5.
Not much speed, only.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Oh, only
Con,
12
fire
knots?
control, weapon acquired.
No, 24 knots, right? I don't know, this is really slow. My boy is fighting for his life though, changing depths and changing course.
Noisemaker bearing
Firing noisemakers. Oh,
9.
he fooled our torpedo. Look at that. The old Spider-Man theme too. All right, let's get this weapon on course. Let's get Sierra Tube 4 on course towards Victor 3. Victor 3 is a lot faster. Go ahead and go ultra quiet. Put out our Totore. I don't think we're gonna need to worry about evading weapons, to be honest. All right, 2-2 is lost, so let's drive 2-2 back.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
This was a jam. This is an absolute bop.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 2-4-4.
All right, doing a. Oh, hold on. 2-2. Let's get 2-2 back on course.
Con, fire control, weapon
Tube
acquired.
4, you're good. Tube 4 is good. Let's go ahead and send Tube 4 active though. Send Tube 4 active. I said Tube. That's fine.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 2-4-3.
Is he gonna make it?
Con
Nope,
sonar,
not gonna make it.
Contact Sierra 1, last bearing 2-4-3. Contact breaking up.
Rip. Blow your ballast, get to the surface. No, it's done. It's done. Done skis. All right, Victor 3. 73% solution. I don't believe Victor 3 is that far away. That's not possible. It simply is not possible. Go ahead and drive this weapon. Oh, wow, you're way over there. Let's go. Victor 3? Magic. Right, let's send you
Con, fire
passive.
control, weapon acquired.
Got him. Any other weapons? Nope. No one's counterfire on us.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 2-7-0.
Swim this weapon around a little bit.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Go. Got 9 minutes of fuel. You can see your fuel down here. You can see your target data.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 2-7-1.
Okay. Driving our weapon, trying to find our target here. Oh, overshot. Overshot. What's going on, weapon?
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Doing a dodge.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 271.
Okay. Drive our weapon away from the decoy or the noisemaker, and then back on target.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Right now, the weapon is driving itself. We're not driving it.
Con sonar,
Got it.
lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 271. Contact breaking up.
So basically, what I was doing is these noisemakers, they show up as like these little like firework looking things. I was basically driving the weapon away and then driving the weapon back on target, activating the weapon's sonar system, and then letting the weapon do its thing. We had no counterfire from them, surprisingly. So we can go ahead and just leave combat. Excellent job on intercepting and destroying Soviet submarines before they could do serious damage to our early European supply effort. Await new orders. Okay. This is a... What is this ship? Is this a... Oh, this is a... Is this a Sprints? I think this is Sprints. This is a weird looking ship. It's got like Tomahawk box launchers up here. It's got an ASRock. It's got two 5-inch guns. It's like a Sea King helicopter. Finally, yeah, I don't recognize. Yeah, it's got 2 sets of stacks. I think this is a Sprints. Not sure. Not sure. All right. Recent Soviet port activity indicates that a wolf pack of enemy cruise missile submarines will sail from Murmansk within the next 2 to 4 days and likely attempt to transit the Denmark Strait, after which they will interdict NATO convoys in the Atlantic. Be advised, enemy SSGN may be escorted by 1 or more attack submarines. Be aware it is possible that the Papa-class SSGN will sortie along with this group. Bag that if you can. Control area green 311. North Iceland. Locate and sink enemy cruise missile submarines and the Papa if it's part of the group. Okay. We need the Papa. We have 10 torpedoes. That should be sufficient. That should be sufficient. So let's go ahead and save. So Denmark Strait is up here. I think we can sprint back to Holy Lock. Let's sprint back to Holy Lock, resupply, and then we'll go up to the Denmark Strait. So we'll go to Holy Lock. I said 2 to 4 days, so we should have plenty of time. We should have no damage, right? No damage. Let's load tubes 2 and 4. Let's pick up a moss. We're gonna drop some of these harpoons. We don't need them. We'll fill up on torpedoes. We got 20 torpedoes. Only 9 hours in port. Pretty quick. 2 mosses and 4 harpoons. Let's go. Freaking new Batman theme is a absolute chef's kiss. Love the Batman 2022. If you've not seen it, we've watched it in Discord. We'll watch it again in Discord at some point. It's one of my favorite Batman movies, for sure. Absolutely. And this theme is just a chef's kiss. They use this theme as almost its own character. It's such a simple theme, but they use it to great effect. Red Strike into Norway. Warsaw Pact Army and Air Force units have moved into Norway in an attempted invasion. Paratrooper groups were dropped at several smaller airfields, quickly followed by the much feared Soviet helicopter squadrons. At the same time, tank and infantry regiments crossed the border into Norway in a coordinated attack. The UN security made a plea urging restraint in the use of force, had emphasized on taking all possible precaution to avoid loss of civilian lives. Assessment suggests that the war, insofar of an even outcome, the Battle of the Atlantic is currently unresolved, as both NATO and Soviet task groups of considerable strength keep each other tied in a state of mutual area denial. So, NATO would certainly win the Battle of the North Atlantic in a conventional war. But in the Barents, even in the Greenland Sea, it'd be very contested. The Soviet Navy had a very formidable submarine force. Very formidable submarine force for sure. As did NATO. But again, a lot of the NATO submarines would have to come all the way from the United States, all the way across the Atlantic. So long as things didn't go nuclear, then a lot of the Atlantic would be in the control of NATO. All right, let's we have a new sonar, contact bears 111. Our heading is 13. So that means they are somewhere kind of to our right, almost perpendicular to us, almost 90 degrees to our right. No surface duct, no layer. We're going to close 20,000 yards.
On sonar, new contact bearing 104, designated Sierra 1.
We expect a submarine.
Make depth 49 feet, dive by.
So we're expecting at least 2 submarines. One of them hopefully a
New radar
Papa.
Contact bearing 136.
Con sonar,
We got a
new
trawler.
contact bearing 083.
I believe
designated
that's
Sierra 5.
I believe that's Norway, right? The red white cross with a blue back. I think that's Norway. And we have a single star. It's not Philippines. What's a single star flag? I need to look that up. Okay.
Downscope.
Single gold star on red. Let's come down to 250 feet.
Make depth 250 feet, dive by.
Who's honking at me?
Con sonar, master 4 is cavitating.
Vietnam? That's a Vietnamese flag? Oh. Yeah. So the red star is a Vietnamese flag. Interesting. And let me look up Norway's. I think that was Norway. Is that Norway's flag? Norway. Flag. No. No. Norway's a red flag, blue and white cross. Who's a blue and white cross with a... Wait, was it blue and white? It was blue and white, right? No, red and white. So Norway's is like the opposite of this. So this is red and white cross with a blue background.
Con, dive at 250 feet, dive by.
Whose flag is this? I must know. No, it's not Norway. I already know that. Anybody know whose flag this is? Iceland. It's Iceland's flag. That took a minute. All right, so we have Iceland trawler, fishing trawler, and we have a Vietnamese cargo ship, large cargo ship, medium cargo ship. Yeah. Okay. Let's
Come right to 1-6.
come about, get some more sonar.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
We're in a really awkward position. If Sierra 2 and Sierra 5 are submarines, we're in a really, really awkward position. We're gonna have Sierra 5 here shortly.
Sonar Sierra 5 is classified
Oh boy.
as submerged submarine.
Yep.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
This is an absolutely awful position to be in. They're very close. Let's retract our towed array. They're basically on our depth. And they're very close. They're going to hear us.
Con helm steady course.
Not going to be able to do much. But this is a very awkward position to be in. Range stable 4-5 on, no, actually 4,000 yards, Victor.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is cavitating.
Heck, we're gonna have to shoot this there.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir. Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir. Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 1. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 1. Come left to 0. Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Make depth 1150 feet. Dive aye.
So we just had to turn away and
Con
run.
Fire control.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Didn't really have much of a choice because they were all going to detect us.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5. Last bearing 077. Contact faded.
So we're going to trust our weapons.
Con sonar regained
And our speed.
contact on Sierra 5. Bearing
Just try to displace away from these
077.
guys.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2. Bearing 138.
And we'll keep shooting. We'll keep shooting and keep shooting until we can't shoot no more. Victor sped way up. Reverse the shaft.
Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 2. Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Make turns for 3 knots. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 1.
We're going to have to re-engage Charlie as
Fire
well.
Control. Unable to fire.
Con, dive at 1150 feet. Dive aye.
So I'm trying to bracket these submarines with a bunch of weapons is what I'm doing. Since we went and picked up more weapons, thankfully.
Make turns for 0 knots. Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Shoot 2.
Okay.
Make turns for 3 knots. Con sonar launch transient from.
Make depth
One of them's firing one of these sub rocks at us. We don't like that. That's very rude. Because they can drop it right basically on top of us. This is a fancy looking one. Look at that. It's got these stabilizing fins, and it just transmutes, it transforms into a torpedo. There's us right there, so he dropped it right on top. Keep running, just keep running, running, running.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 155. Con.
Dive at 1250 feet. Dive high.
Looks like we're good. Looks like we're good. We're just gonna keep running. I don't think it'll see us. Don't see us? Do not perceive? Does not perceive, yeah. Just circle. Alright, we got a lot of weapons in the water, so we're gonna let our weapons do their thing. Ooh, you're turning in. Turning in, you're turning in.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
This weapon's already active, though. This weapon probably will pick them up. Probably.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 5.
Okay. Let's go to 4-5.
Come right to 045. Helm I.
Let's come to
Con
8.
maneuvering, making turns for 3 knots.
Ooh.
Con helm, steady course.
9-0.
Come right to 091. Helm I.
Oh, did he dodge? He did a dodge. Reverse the shaft. Boom.
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering I.
Con, torpedo room, tube
Gamer.
4 ready.
Con helm, steady course. Con sonar regained contact on master. Con sonar launch transient from. Come left to 0. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 5. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra.
These guys are
5.
gamers. Look at all these weapons in the water. There's just weapons everywhere. Everybody's just shooting everything. So basically, I'm just being
Con
very, very
sonar lost
defensive.
contact.
If
Sierra
I get
2,
if I get hooked up by
bearing
anything,
1,
I'm just gonna end up
Con
dodging
helm,
back into so
steady
many
course.
weapons. I'm gonna be toast.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 3, last bearing 1. Come left to 036. Helm I.
Well, this weapon's very close. We might be done for. This weapon right here is very, very close.
Con helm, steady course.
Oh man, he's dropping another one right on top of us.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 4, last bearing 182. Con sonar.
Yep.
Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water.
This is
Bearing
gonna be the one that kills us.
149.
Because if I try to drop any noisemakers, it's gonna pick up everything. Everything's gonna be like, ooh, it's free real estate. So I need to get outside of all these weapons before I do anything like noisemaker wise. Unless this one picks us up. If this one picks us up, it's self-destructed. Never mind. We're good. We're sturdy. Wow. I think they bracketed every single one of our weapons somehow. Alright, rig the ship for ultra quiet.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Okay, one of our weapons has merged onto you. That's good. What about November? November is
Con sonar lost
unconcerned by
contact.
all
Sierra
this.
1, last bearing 115.
Sorry about the screen flat
Contact faded.
switching.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering.
We gotta dodge this weapon, so we're coming back up to flank. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think once we dodge this weapon, I think we'll be okay. Slow back down and start
Con sonar regained contact
reacquiring.
on Sierra 2, bearing 175.
It's the Lex Luthor theme from
Con sonar lost
Batman v
contact.
Superman,
Sierra 2, last bearing 1,
which we do need to watch the
75.
Snyder
Contact faded.
Justice League. Watch Batman v Superman. We might actually rewatch that because I was a little impaired when we watched it the first time. Which honestly, you kind of have to be.
Noisemaker bearing
Why are you circle searching your weapons, you monster? Alright, if we can get rid of this Victor, that'll make me I'm very happy somehow. So Victor is a very big threat to us. Very close and very capable. So let's turn.
Come right to 0.
Because they keep dropping weapons on top of us. Let's go ultra quiet as well.
Rig shift for ultra quiet.
Con sonar lost
Okay, Victor.
contact. Sierra 5. Last bearing. Con helm. Steady course.
This is Crimson Tide. Crimson Tide contract. We watch Crimson Tide in Discord as well. Outstanding.
Con sonar regained contact on master 4 bearing 190.
One of my favorite movies, submarine movie. Denzel Washington, Gene Hackman.
Con sonar regained contact on master 3 bearing 137. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1 bearing 127. Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Okay. Or fire more weapons at the Charlie. Range to enable will enable at 5,000 yards on this bearing
24. Aye, sir.
and on 3,500 yards, negative 4,000 yards at bearing.
Shoot 22. Aye, sir.
Looks like Charlie's moving this direction, maybe? We'll see. We'll watch. We'll watch and see what Charlie does. Oh, just moving direct away from us. We'll leave the weapon on that course for now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, did I miss a gifted sub? Hold up. Did I miss a gifted sub? Hold on. I did. I did not see that. Why did I not see that? I missed a gifted sub. I apologize, ReZero. I'm going to refund that. If you want me to gift a sub to somebody, let me know. I will do that. Let me know. But I'm going to refund those points. I apologize. I really do apologize. I missed that. I'll message you later, ReZero. Sorry about that. But I refunded your points. That's a lot of points. Does it not let me? No, it doesn't. Hold on. But we've refunded those points. If ReZeros wasn't already subbed, I would have gifted him a sub, but he's already subbed, so I'm not going to gift a sub. But he has the points back. He can re-redeem that. He wants to gift a sub to somebody. So. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, chat. All right, so we have one weapon heading towards Sierra 2 November, one weapon heading towards Sierra 1 Charlie. Let's go ahead and, oh, this one's going to activate here in a second. Charlie is where? Charlie's shallow. This weapon should go shallow, so we should be good. We're going to drive Sierra Tube 2 onto November. November is 15 knots? Pretty slow. No, 30 knots. What is this? Oh, okay. 30 submerged, 15 on the surface. That's what that means. I'll say November is not that slow, is it?
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Okay, we have a weapon is merging onto Charlie 2. We got a good solution on Charlie 2.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 129.
Our weapon is not fooled by the noisemaker yet, so we'll keep letting it. We're not controlling it. We're letting the weapon do its thing. Letting the weapon do its own thing.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 127.
Weapons
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
still unconcerned. Let's see, Charlie, max speed at 24 knots, submerged, 12 on the surface. Not the quickest submarine. Okay, let's activate the...
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 124.
Wrong weapon. Which weapon do we have? This is... Oh no, that was Tube 4. Weapon's out here living its best life. Just a course on our Tube 2 weapon. Tube 4. Using its own logic here. Own homing logic.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Alright.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 122.
We're gonna steer this weapon. This weapon's a little bit lost. Dooba-dooba-doo-doo, dooba-dooba-doo-doo.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 124. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 125. Contact breaking up.
Well, let's go back to this weapon here. Oh wow, it started its evasion are you doing? What are you doing? Turn back to. Why did you turn away? Okay.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 187.
Weapons still merged on to November. Doesn't seem to care about this noisemaker very much. We're gonna let this weapon get a little closer. Oh, he put a knuckle in the water. Let's go. That's impressive. You don't see that too much from the AI. So basically he's reversing his rudder. Fighting this weapon. Fighting for his life. Change in depths, wiggling. Go ahead and activate the torpedo system, or the sonar system on the torpedo.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 184.
So I'm gonna go ahead and swim the weapon out away from his noisemaker, and then back onto him. And we're gonna activate
Fire
the
control
sonar.
required.
Wing. Not steering it. This is all torpedo logic now.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 1.
So usually what I do is I turn off the sonar system of the torpedo, steer it away from the submarine, steer it back on, and then reactivate the sonar system. And that seems to work really well in this game. What are you? Oh, you're a... Wait, no, you're not. You're not a Mark 48, are you? Yeah, you are. You are a Mark 48. Let's stay well away from that.
Come left to 050.
Make turns for.
So we need to get away from the weapons before we can
Maneuvering eye.
before we can leave combat.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 15 knots.
Retract our array here. And we're gonna just turn completely away.
Come left.
Make turns for.
We can leave. Let's go. All right. Great job. One less carrier killer to worry about. Our planning step. Great job. One less carrier killer. I can't read. One less carrier killer to worry our planning staff. Keep it up. Further orders will be transmitted on this downlink. We used a ton of weapons. That's some really nice artwork. I like that. Soviet subhit. American convoys carrying vital troops, tanks, and other equipment have begun arriving. Swole, hello. Swole, thank you for the resub. 9 months. It's a baby. It's a swole baby. Welcome in, Swole Cat. Welcome in. Swole Cat, how have you been, my friend? It's believed that Allied anti-submarine operations have been an important factor in the safe transit of war material across the Atlantic, although officials were tight-lipped about these efforts. Without the threat of attack from submarines, transatlantic crossings are becoming more efficient and suffering fewer losses. If this improved influx of supplies and war material can be sustained, NATO forces will begin in a position more effectively to stem the Russian onslaught. Doing good, just grinding YouTube stuff on day off stream. Glad to hear it. Yeah. Friends, Swolecat is a good friend. He is a streamer, a VTuber. Um, he streams a variety streamer. He streams a whole bunch of games. Dark Souls. Used to many moons ago stream some Melee. Actually streamed some Melee fairly recently. But streams a whole variety of retro games and new games. Also has a phenomenal YouTube channel up there in that link above. Does a lot of how-to videos, does a lot of cool anime intros every once in a while. Those take a lot of time, but every once in a while does an anime intro that's like an absolute banger. But his how-to videos, he recently did one on, he repaired his hitbox controller. Freely gives away a ton of information about streaming, about gaming, about all kinds of stuff. So check out Swolecat for sure. Helps out streamers, non-streamers, gamers, everybody. So yeah, really good bloke. Really good bloke. Yeah. No. We need to shout out the Swolecat because yeah, you definitely are really helpful to the community. Gaming community, the streaming community. If you're a PNG tuber, he's got a great video on how to integrate your PNG into OBS where you don't need to use Discord. Really good. Really good way to do that. Honestly, a lot better than using Discord. If you're just doing a PNG for yourself. Obviously, if you're doing like a collab, you want to use Discord, but if you're just running your own PNG, it's got a really good way to integrate that into OBS. All kinds of stuff like that. Definitely check him out. Hit 100 subs recently on YouTube. Let's go. So yeah. Glad to hear that you're hitting that YouTube grind. Glad to hear it. We're actually we're gonna stop stream here. Shorter streams today. But I wanted to get some Coldwaters in. I do love my Coldwaters. And the waters are a bit chilly. This campaign is really hard. This campaign is really rough. This is the 1984 Soviet campaign. We're the Americans, based out of Holy Lock in the UK, fighting the Soviets. And yeah, fighting the Soviet Navy is rough. They got it together. For sure. And they did during the Cold War. The Soviet Navy was very potent force for sure. But we're gonna find a friendo to raid. We're gonna look for a friendo to raid. We're listening to some. Wait, is this Temptations? Yeah, this is Temptations. But we're gonna stop listening to Temptations for now, and I'm just gonna disappear from existence because that's what I do. Where did I go? Come back. Hello. I'm back. Hello. Let's find a friendo. Let me get my... I get to listen to Temptations while you guys get to listen to this great what is this? This great BGM. Royalty free. Not royalty free. Licensed music. That I paid the license for. Let's see. Oh man, there's a decent number of friendos on right now. Let's go. Where's my mouse at? There's my mouse. There's a decent number of good friendos on. I love to see it. But I already know the friendo we're gonna raid. I missed the redeem. They were in here earlier. They hung out with us earlier, and I missed a redeem. I missed one of their redeems, which is I refunded them their points. So, yeah. But never liked to miss a redeem. Let's go say hello to a good friendo of ours. Hangs out here a lot. Let's go say hello to ReZero's friends. Do we have time for a raid message? Let's try. Let's try. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at doing this. So let's from here. Oh dear. Oh dear, we're running out of time. We're quickly running out of time. Okay, no time for raid message, friends. But we'll see you next time. Wait, do we have time for a raid message? Yeah, I think we do. So we're gonna do Coldwaters raid? I don't know. Cold raid? We'll do for our subs, we'll do a chili raid. For our subs, it'll look like this. Boink. 1, 2, 3. For our non-subs, we will do this chili raid. Boink, boink, boink. Look like that. So this will be the raid message for our non-subs. We have a message for our subs. Let's go say hello to ReZero. Catch you guys next time.